Good day to you. Let's spend some time learning about the perimeter and area of a rectangle and a square.
Perimeter and area of a rectangle and a square. Nancy is a young, enthusiastic lady with a great interest in landscaping and gardening. She has a beautiful garden, which is rectangular in shape. Nancy wants to fence her garden. She asks someone to provide a quotation to carry out the fencing. He says the cost of fencing is ₹50 per foot. She tells him to go ahead and do the work. The man begins the job. He completes the fencing some time later. The man asks her to pay. Nancy now needs to calculate how many feet the man has fenced. How can she calculate this? It's simple. She needs to add the length of all the sides of the garden together. This is the perimeter of the garden. The perimeter of the garden is equal to 20 feet plus 10 feet plus 20 feet plus 10 feet, a total of 60 feet. Therefore, the total number of feet fenced around the perimeter is 60 feet. So Nancy has to pay ₹60 times 50, which is equal to ₹3,000. In general, we can define the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to length plus breadth plus length plus breadth, which is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Using the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, we can find the perimeter of a square. We know that a square has 4 equal sides. Therefore, in a square, length equals breadth. Let the side of the square be A. Therefore, the perimeter of a square is equal to 2 times A plus A, which is equal to 2 times 2A, which is equal to 4A. Hence, the perimeter of a square is equal to 4A, where A is the length of the sides. Now, Nancy wants to make a lawn in a small rectangular area in front of her house. The length of this small portion is 10 feet, and the breadth is 5 feet. When she asks someone to make the lawn, he says that turf comes in the dimension 1 foot length by 1 foot breadth and costs ₹100 per piece. The man arrives at Nancy's house with the turf. He begins to make the lawn. He places the first turf and the second, and so on until he has placed 10 pieces in each row. The work is finished. Nancy visits the lawn and counts how many turfs he has used. She counts 50 turfs. That is, he has placed 50 turfs to cover the rectangular area. Now the area of one turf of dimension 1 foot times 1 foot is 1 square foot. Therefore, the area of the rectangular portion is 50 square feet. 10 feet times 5 feet is equal to 50 square feet, where 10 feet is the length of the rectangular area and 5 feet is its breadth. Therefore, we can say the area of a rectangle is equal to length times breadth. In the case of a square, we have length is equal to breadth. Let the length of sides be A. Then the area of a square is equal to A times A, which is equal to side times side.
What did you think about that then? Easy? Let's see what you remember. Perimeter of a rectangle equals 2 times length plus breadth. Perimeter of a square equals 4 times length of a side. Area of the rectangle equals length times breadth. And area of the square equals side times side.